In 1895, a scientist noticed a faint glow in a dark room. It should not have been there. The room was sealed. The equipment was covered. The light source was hidden inside a black cardboard tube. Nothing visible was supposed to escape. And yet, something invisible was leaking out. The scientist was Wilhelm Röntgen, a careful and methodical physicist studying cathode rays, streams of electrons moving through vacuum tubes. At the time, electricity was still mysterious. Physicists were fascinated by what happened inside glass tubes when high voltage passed through rarefied gases. Strange glows appeared. Fluorescent materials reacted. The physics community was racing to understand the invisible forces at work. Röntgen was not trying to see through flesh. He was not attempting to revolutionize medicine. He was simply investigating electrical phenomena. On November 8, 1895, he darkened his laboratory and covered a cathode ray tube with black cardboard to block visible light. He wanted to isolate the behavior of the rays inside. Across the room, he noticed something extraordinary. A nearby screen coated with barium platinocyanide, a fluorescent material, began to glow. The tube was covered. No visible light could escape. Yet the screen reacted as if something powerful was striking it. Röntgen turned the apparatus off. The glow disappeared. He turned it on again. The glow returned. Something invisible was traveling through the air and through the cardboard covering and striking the screen. He called it X radiation. X, because it was unknown. What followed was not excitement, it was isolation. For weeks, Röntgen locked himself in his lab. He repeated the experiments, moved objects between the tube and the screen, tested different materials. Wood, books, sheets of paper. The mysterious rays passed through most of them. But not all. When he placed a small piece of metal in front of the screen, a dark shadow appeared. The rays could penetrate many materials, but dense substances blocked them. Then came the defining experiment. Röntgen asked his wife to place her hand between the tube and a photographic plate. She hesitated. He insisted. He exposed the plate to the radiation. When the image developed, it revealed something no human had ever seen before. Her bones. Clear, ghostly outlines of her fingers. The dark shape of her wedding ring suspended in skeletal space. Her reaction was reportedly immediate and unsettling. "I have seen my death," she said. For the first time in history, humans could see inside the living body without cutting it open. The implications were staggering. Until that moment, diagnosing internal injuries required guesswork or invasive surgery. A broken bone could be suspected, but not directly observed. Bullets lodged inside the body were found by exploration. Now, invisible rays could pass through flesh and capture structure beneath the skin. Within months, hospitals across Europe were experimenting with the new discovery. Surgeons located fractures with unprecedented precision. Foreign objects were detected instantly. The scientific community reacted with awe. Röntgen published his findings in December 1895. Within weeks, the discovery spread worldwide. Laboratories rushed to replicate the experiments. Newspapers reported on the strange new light. Some early demonstrations bordered on spectacle. Public exhibitions showed skeleton images to amazed audiences. The line between science and magic blurred. But Röntgen himself remained cautious. He refused to patent the discovery. He believed it belonged to humanity. When awarded the first Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901, he donated the prize money to his university. The name X-ray endured, though in some countries they are still called Röntgen rays. The deeper story of X-rays is not about brilliance alone. It is about noticing the anomaly. The faint glow across the room could have been dismissed as experimental noise. A contamination, a reflection, an error. Instead, Röntgen treated it as a question. Accidental discoveries rarely announce themselves dramatically. They appear as irregularities, deviations from expectation. The difference between failure and breakthrough often lies in whether someone pauses long enough to investigate. X-rays did not emerge from a targeted search for medical imaging. They arose from fundamental research into electricity, curiosity-driven exploration without immediate application. And yet, within months, medicine changed forever. War soon accelerated their use. During conflicts in the early 20th century, X-rays were deployed to locate bullets and shrapnel in wounded soldiers. Portable X-ray units were developed, sometimes operated near battlefields. The invisible had become indispensable. But early enthusiasm carried risk. Radiation safety was poorly understood. Some early experimenters exposed themselves repeatedly without protection. Burns, illness, and long-term health effects followed. The power of the rays was greater than initially realized. Innovation often reveals both benefit and hazard. Today, X-ray technology has evolved into sophisticated imaging systems, CT scans, digital radiography, security screening, industrial inspection. Airports scan luggage. Engineers examine welds. Doctors detect tumors. The ability to see beneath surfaces reshaped not just medicine, but modern civilization. All because of a glow in the dark. The discovery of X-rays challenges the myth that technological revolutions are always intentional. Sometimes they are byproducts. Röntgen did not set out to create diagnostic imaging. He set out to understand electrical discharge in vacuum tubes. The universe responded with something larger than his question. Accidental inventions are not random gifts. They are moments when reality exceeds expectation, and someone pays attention. The day we saw inside the human body was not planned. It was observed. And observation, when paired with patience and curiosity, can transform the world. If you enjoy the accidental, unexpected, and human side of technology, subscribe to Talking Tech for more documentary-style tech stories.